Plastic's advantage is that they are light in weight. Try and lift a metallic bucket and then also try a plastic bucket. It's much easier. Even our luggage is made up of plastic. Actually, plastic is also used by doctors. They are used for making gloves, syringes with which injection is given. Are you afraid of injections? But then they are very useful because they are able to cure us, and the syringe is made up of plastic. The threads, the nylon thread is used for stitching the wounds. Even the tablets with the foil that is used, foil of tablets, is also plastic. So you can see that plastic has so many uses. Another kind of plastic which is very much in use is polythene. Again, poly, which means many, and ethene is a compound. So many molecules of ethene compound are joined together to form plastic. The greatest advantage of polythene is it is light in weight. So when you carry it as a bag, you only have the weight of the things that you are carrying. There is no weight of the bag. So easy to handle, and then it is waterproof. By being waterproof, water cannot enter, so things can be easily stored in polythene. In fact, today anywhere you go there is polythene, but we say no to polythene. That is what we have to understand, why no to polythene. Another kind of plastic is Teflon. Teflon is used for making non-stick utensils. What is the meaning of non-stick utensils? Sometimes when we are cooking food in our conventional utensils, the food gets burnt or it gets stuck to the utensil. But in the case of non-stick utensils, there is need for very little oil and it does not get burnt or stick. The reason is the utensil has an inner coating of Teflon, and as a result the food does not get burnt or does not stick. That is what is Teflon. There is also a special type of plastic which can be used in cooking in the microwaves, because microwave will not heat up the utensil but the food. But then plastic, otherwise unless it is of a special type, it will melt. So there is a certain kind of plastic which can be used as a utensil for the microwave, because it does not melt easily. Its melting point is very high. Plastic is also able to replace glass at many places. These are called acrylic sheets, which are made up of, they are transparent like glass, but they are not breakable. The only problem is they get scratches. Another kind of plastic is melamine, which is also used for making crockery, the Melmoware crockery. So melamine is also a kind of plastic. Then there is bakelite. Bakelite is used for making switches. Coming to switches, why do we use a plastic? Because plastic is a bad conductor of electricity and also heat. So that is why the electrical wires, they are covered by plastic covering, and even the utensils sometimes they have a plastic handle so that they do not get heated up. And the switches also, because they are having live wires, they are always made up of plastic. So another advantage of plastic is that it is a bad conductor of electricity, so it can be used as insulator. The only problem with plastic is that, like synthetic fiber, it can catch fire. But still in the fireman uniform, plastic is used. It is given a coating of melamine so that it is flame resistant. So another use of plastic is that it is used in the uniform of firemen. So that was about the plastics. Now, if they have so many uses, like I told you that so many things are made out of them, then why do we say no to polythene and no to plastic? The reason is that there are some substances which are biodegradable. The word biodegradable is actually made up of three words: bio, degrade and able. So, which means those substances which are able to decompose by the action of microbes like bacteria or fungus. So, all these things like animal waste, plant waste, remember we studied about them for making manure, they are biodegradable. Even paper and cloth is biodegradable. But of course, they take much longer to decompose as compared to peels of vegetable and fruit or other plant waste or animal waste. The animal waste decomposes very fast, but there are some substances which are non-biodegradable, and they are like glass, plastic, polythene, etc. The problem with polythene is that it is non-biodegradable. So, it chokes the drains, and the result of that is that dirty water gets accumulated, there can be germs, and when carriers like house flies or mosquitoes breed and thrive there, they can pass on the germs as well as the communicable diseases. And then what about the cows eating the leftovers or the peels? Because the peels are in the polythene bags or the food is in the polythene bag, along with food they also eat the polythene bags, and they can kill them, they can choke them, and then their dead bodies will decompose and again create bad smell and bad environment. So, we have to be very, very careful. That is why they say no to polythene bags. Carry your own cloth bag. That is also kind of recycling of waste cloth. You see, the only way to deal with this situation is that you must always keep in mind 4 R's, and 4 R's are reduce. First R is reduce. That means the use of a particular substance has to be reduced. We are not saying don't use it at all, but use it carefully, judiciously. Second is recycle. In Indian culture, we believe in recycling. That is why we have kabadis. And it is a very good habit to give glass bottles, plastic, paper, everything to them so that it can be recycled. And if a thing cannot be recycled, or even if it is recycled, another way can be reuse. Now, reuse is also like you can make so many things, like you can make a tablecloth out of some old shirt, you can make a bag out of sarees. So, like this you can reuse, you can make suits out of sarees, you can make bedspreads, and we as Indians never like to waste anything, and that is a very good habit, because wasting things is actually wasting our resources. And lastly, recover. Whatever can be recovered must be recovered. So, if we use these 4 R's, then there is no problem.